Hi viewers, myself Ashfaq. I recently qualified PMP exam that is on 21st March 2020, and I thought of combining some tips and techniques especially for those who are going to sit for exam. This will definitely help you, and of course there is a disclaimer you can see at the bottom. Tips may help you, but you have to really work hard to qualify PMP exam. There is no other alternative. So here we go, an effort to put together some tips and techniques of PMP exam. Some basics first. Before discussing PMP exam tips, let's go through some of the basics. Multiple choice question, that is you have to choose one best answer out of 4 choices. 200 questions distributed over 49 processes, 5 process groups, 10 knowledge areas. Exam duration is 240 minutes, that is 4 hours. Pass or fail, there is nothing in between. Either you pass or you do not pass. Passing score is not yet disclosed, but it is assumed to be 62% to 65%. Question distribution of different process groups are: for initiating it is 13%, planning 24%, executing 31%, monitoring and controlling 25%, closing 7%. PMP question pattern. PMP questions are based on cases and situations. For example, conflict arises between two of the team members on technical issues. As a project manager, you have addressed those conflicts following one of the conflict resolution techniques like withdraw or avoid, smooth or accommodate, and something like that with the other options. So question may ask to find out which conflict resolution technique has been followed. So you can see here that PMP questions based on the situation. Derived from the situation, you have to find out the best answer. So second PMP exam is all about PMBOK. PMP exam is completely based on the content in PMBOK, and fact is that it doesn't really focus on real life happenings of individuals' real time project management experience. So it means that if someone answers a question based on his real life project management experience, it may not be right if it doesn't match with the content in PMBOK. So it's very straightforward that PMP exam is all about PMBOK. Tips related to the test center activities. This is very important that you should know your test center ahead of the exam schedule. So here we go, locate testing center ahead of the exam schedule so that you do not have to look for the exam venue on the exam day. If required, visit the center and talk to the officials about the exam. This will really ease up the thing, cause finding out the exam center on the exam day will be really hassle for you, and it will really put you in the trouble. So it's better if you know the exam center ahead of the exam schedule. Second, arrive exam center before 40 minutes. There are some formalities to maintain like showing up the ID proofs, filling up some forms. So it's better to go exam center before 40 minutes so that you can do the formalities, and after that you can keep yourself cool and settle for the exam. Third, do not forget to carry required documents, that is 2 forms of IDs like passport and national ID. And fourth, it is better if a day off could be availed before the exam day. So if you can take a day off from your office before the exam day, it will really ease up your thing. You can settle your mind, you can prepare for the exam next day. So it will really help you if you can take a day off before your exam day. Tip 1. Read the question carefully. For some occasions, you will find tricky questions. Sometimes the question asks for opposite choice with inclusion of the word not, should haven't, etc. For example, question might say, according to Tuckman's letter, which of the following is not considered one of the 5 stages of the team development? See, here we find the word not, which is the tricky part here. So hurriedly we may miss the word not, which might create confusion and lead to consume extra time. So it is very important that you read the questions carefully and read all the options carefully. Tip 2. There will be mixed of short questions for the short and long questions. There will be for the long questions you may first look at the last line because in many cases last line contains straightforward question which can be answered without even reading the whole question. So in some cases if you run out of the time you may directly look at the last line which may contain a direct question that might not have relevance with the top description, so you can answer that without even reading the whole question. So you may apply this trick if you are running shortage of time. Then B, having a quick glance at the answer options at first go may sometimes tell what is the subject matter of the question, which makes the question reading easy. This is another trick that sometimes if you find a long question, you can really first look at the answers first. So this will give you an idea about the question is what the question is all about. So it will really make yourself easy to read the question. See, if the question is very big and very complicated, you may straightway avoid the question and mark any of the answer. There are many easy and sure short questions to show up, which maybe even within the last 50 questions slot. So please note you have very limited time to answer all 200 questions into 40 minutes. That is for one question it is 1.2 minutes. Ultimate aim should be to attempt all the questions. So it might be like that all easy questions you are getting in the last slot. So you have to allocate your time accordingly and so that you can touch the 200 questions so that you can answer all the easy questions and if it remains at the last 50 question slot. Tip 3. Answering the right option is ultimate goal, which is not impossible in maximum cases. It sounds good, right? And it really happens. It happens like that. Here we go. So first what we'll do, elimination of wrong answers is the best way to move on. In PMP exam, you need to select the best option for any question, whereas there could be other options which are right as well but not the best. So what we have to do here, that is why it is absolutely important to read through all four options until and unless it is very straightforward question. So if we read through all four options, then we can only find out the best option. So until and unless it is a straightforward question, for example the answer of some math problem, until and unless it is very straightforward, we have to really look through all the four options of the question. See, you can easily rule out at least two options which you will probably not find close to the answer. Yes, these two options might be close, but I can assure you that you will be able to spot the correct answer if you focus on the keywords in the question. For example, if the question says you are in an execution stage of a project, so here the keyword is execution stage. Like this, focusing on the keywords in the question will lead you to correct answer. Tip 4. Keep cool and don't get nervous. It might happen that you are confused with series of questions in a sequence, which is not unusual. But please do not get nervous at that point. Take a deep breath, relax and come back strong, because there could be like that also you can get series of easy question at the next slot. So keep yourself cool and come back strong. Of course you'll get the easy questions also. Try maintaining 50 question slot and maintain time accordingly. That is, for each 50 questions you try to complete it within 1 hour. In case of confusion between two options, stick to the option you opted first. This is very simple psychological thing. For example, you are confused between two options. Generally, whichever option came to your mind first, you stick to that option. That's all for today. We'll bring next set of tips very soon. If you like the video, please press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all. I'll come back soon with the next set of tips if you like this.